Hey everybody, Ben here for Bailey Brothers Music. Thank you so much for joining us today for our first look at the 2017 Fender American Professional Series Telecaster. So we got a few strats in last week, and I gotta say I was really impressed with the guitars. But as I myself am a guy who pretty strongly prefers a Telecaster, I have been anxiously awaiting the arrival of the new American Pro Teles, and today was our day. So now we have the opportunity to share these things with the rest of you guys out there watching at home. And without further ado, let's take a little listen here and see what the thing sounds like. Start off with the neck pickup. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the guitar itself. The first thing that you're going to notice when you get your hands on one of these things is the new neck profile. Fender is calling this neck shape the deep C shape, and it's a little bit thinner near the nut, which allows you to wrap your hand or your thumb around the top of the neck or the fretboard. And as you move further up the neck and our hand position naturally starts to shift and roll around to the back of the neck, it's going to get a little bit thicker and a little bit fatter, and it's going to give you a little bit more to hold on to, a little bit more to dig into as you're playing your solos and leads further up the fretboard. The frets themselves have also been changed or updated. The guitars now have a narrow, tall, thin fret. It's a little bit more of a vintage-esque fret, and it allows you to do, all of your bends and bluesy kind of stuff. All right, the new V-Mod pickups are probably one of my favorite things in these new guitars. They're using the blended Alnico magnets, which is going to give you a little bit more depth to your sound. You've really got the best of the both worlds in this guitar. You've got your classic vintage Fender Telecaster tone that now has a more modern, updated bite and attack, and it just gives you a more versatile palette of sounds to choose from. So let you hear a little bit of what that sounds like. Now the other thing that's different about the electronics is that they have added a treble bleed into the circuit. And what that's going to allow you to do is you're going to be able to roll down your volume knob and have more control over your sound from your fingertips, but you're not going to lose your clarity and articulation. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. All right, now the American Professional Tele is also featuring a new redesigned ashtray style bridge. They've taken the more traditional ashtray style bridges from the vintage guitars and they've contoured and cut it down, which makes it much easier to lay your hand across the bridge itself. It's a much more comfortable feeling and playing guitar, and it's going to make it a whole lot easier to do palm muting. Now the saddles have gone to the 3 brass barrel saddles, which gives you that vintage Tele tone, but they're compensated saddles, which makes the guitar much easier to intonate and keep in tune. The case for the American Professional Series guitars has also gotten a facelift. It has a lovely plush interior, custom molded to hold the guitar just perfectly. And the exterior of the case is a nice protective hard molded black plastic. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us today. We hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have and would like to watch other videos like it, make sure to subscribe to our channel. If you like this guitar in particular, hop on over to BaileyBrothers.com where you can order this or any other of the American Professional Series guitars that we already have in stock. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.